Have you ever interviewed for coding jobs?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Do they make you do like challenges, optimization?
No, I've never been at like a big company where they have people who know how to ask those questions.
Ah.
Yeah, have you?
So
I've had some bad ones.
It's
though.
my first year. I'm just interviewing for a bunch of positions, and I was terrible at coding back then, like absolute terrible. And they want me to write a function. If there was 100 lockers, write a function to go through each one and like check something. So I wrote a function, but it was just for locker one. And they asked me, okay, how would you repeat this 100 times? And the right answer is you just write a for loop.
For loop for like 100 with 100.
Repeat it 100 times.
Yeah.
I said,
Man.
just copy and paste it. Just copy and paste it 100 times.
So that happened in the coding interview?
Yeah, in the interview. And then they're trying to make me get it. They're like, okay, if that is gonna work, but let's
how
say,
could we make it more efficient?
They say, what if we want to do it for 1,000 lockers? I said, just do it.
That's some good shit.
You know, I didn't get a job.
I've had my fair share of bad coding interviews. When I moved to Oahu, a different island than I grew up on, I was applying for this job, and the job description was for a C# developer, which I was at the time like very familiar with. Also, I didn't know this, but in Hawaii, this was very embarrassing. They like the formal attire is like a Hawaiian shirt, like tucked into like casual pants.
Okay.
That's like what you go to work as in Hawaii. For any place where you have to dress fancy, you dress like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like the mayor, the fucking governor dresses like that. So I walked in with a full suit and tie, and everyone was looking at me weird because, you know, one, I look like I'm 15 years old, and two, I'm in a full suit and tie. And they're like, okay, you ready to apply for the Java position? I was like, no, I'm ready to apply for the C# position. And they're like, no, this is an internship for Java position. And I was like, no, it's not. You didn't tell me this. They went through like the most esoteric Java libraries you could ever find, and I just blew the shit out of it. It was like the saddest shit ever. It was kind of the same thing where it was one guy who felt very bad for me, and he was like, so what would this be? Like, what is the security type of this? And it's like, man, probably private if you don't specify. And he's like, no, it's just, you know, undefined because you write it in there. And it went on for like an hour. And it was so sad because I left and I didn't have a car. And so I like walked home to my apartment on the street in a full suit and tie in like 90-degree Oahu weather. It's the most sad shit I've ever experienced.
So was the job originally for a C# developer?
I went back and checked, and it was for a C# developer, and they just misposted it. And the saddest thing was, the job application was for a company that helped other people get jobs. So they fucked up their job app. Yeah, it was like one of those like middleman companies.
So the middleman fucked up.
Yeah, the people who help people get jobs fucked up their job application. It was very sad.